Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good morning, good evening, everyone. Firstly, may I express my heartfelt thanks to the organizers of Dhamma USA program for inviting me to give a Dhamma talk today. Let me also express my appreciative joy, mudita, towards the kindness and compassion of the venerables who had done the Dhamma talks in this program, and the efforts that the organizers put and the generosities that the devotees made for this program. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Before we start the talk, shall we do a silent meditation with mindfulness of breathing for about 2 minutes? Thank you. Thank you very much. So today I am going to give a Dhamma talk with the title is the Art of Mindful Living, Part 1. So I'm going to share the slides here. Okay. So in my Dhamma talk, I am going to talk in 3 parts. The first is the meaning of meditation among our traditional Buddhists. Second, why should we apply mindfulness practice satipatthana in our daily life? And the third, how to practice, how to start mindful living at home and work. So the meaning of meditation among our traditional Buddhists. So in the traditional way of thinking, I'm not sure in Sri Lanka or the other country, but in Myanmar, many people think that to practice meditation properly, we need to join a meditation retreat at a meditation center or at the temple. Or also, people think that meditation means sitting on a cushion and in front of the Buddha image in a shrine room. As a result, we end up joining no retreats. We end up by going anywhere, and we end up with no meditation practice because we are busy at our work or with the business, like that. And on the other hand, most of the people, especially in Myanmar, think that the meditation bhavana is not only for, it's only for the monks and the nuns, the monastic members, or for those who are practicing at the meditation centers. So in such way, the traditional Buddhists usually set a high standard on meditation bhavana, and a lot of people think that we can only meditate while we are sitting. So here, what I understand is there are two ways to practice meditation. It's meditation on the cushion, so which can be called formal meditation, or meditation off the cushion, which is known as informal meditation. So we have two ways to practice meditation. According to the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, so we can also find these two types of meditation are guided by the Buddha. For example, in the Kayanupassana Anapanabhabha, the mindfulness of breathing session, the Buddha guides that a meditator should find a secluded place or a quiet place and sit down cross-legged, keeps the body straight, and set up mindfulness. So these are the guidelines for the formal meditation practice. Again, in the Ariyapatapapa, the posture session, the Buddha suggests that a meditator should be mindful while he is walking or standing or sitting or lying down. So at 4 postures, this is about formal and informal meditation. So while we are walking, we should be mindful that we should know why, we should know that, okay, we are walking like that, we are standing, we are sitting, or we are lying down. So we can practice mindfulness meditation at 4 postures. So again, if we look at the Sambhajana Pabba, the situational awareness session, we can notice that the whole session is talking about informal. Here in this session, the Buddha reminds us to be mindful when going forward or coming back or looking ahead, looking away. So when bending or extending the limbs. So these all are about the Kayanupassana, mindfulness of the body. And in this session also includes the practice of mindful eating, drinking, chewing, and tasting as well. So also when speaking, one should know I am speaking. So when keeping silent, even one should know that I am keeping silent. So we need to make ourselves fully aware. So these are the guidelines mentioned in the Sambhajana Pabba session, situational awareness session. Similarly, we can practice the informal meditation in the mindfulness of mind, the Chittanupassana. So we can in our daily life, we can check our mind, what's happening to our mind, or what's happening to our feelings, or Vedananupassana, and then what's happening, what are the hindrances or the awakening factors arising in our mind. So these are the Dhammanupassana. So in Myanmar, we have one meditation center is Mahasi Meditation Center. So in that Mahasi tradition, guides the meditator to practice the Satipatthana meditation, and the teachers guides the yogi to develop this situational awareness during their retreat at the meditation center. So these are the teachings of the informal meditation. And here, I like to give the message, the main message here is the meditation isn't all about sitting still and watching the breath or the movement of the abdomen. We can practice mindfulness throughout our activities in a day. We can practice mindfulness meditation anytime, anywhere, in any posture. So this is the main message that I like to convey today in my Dhamma talk. Okay, second part. Why should we apply mindfulness practice Satipatthana in our daily life? So this is the popularity of mindfulness. Mindfulness is presently a popular practice in society. You can see the magazines are showing the benefits of the power of mindfulness, and then the media, the TV channels interviews the meditation instructors. So as you may aware, the term meditation practices are becoming popular in the secular setting these days. So, and the practice of mindfulness meditation is gaining popularity in the field of business, healthcare, and neuroscience, education, etc. So the popularity of mindfulness in the Western world has skyrocketed in recent years. So it's on the over magazines, appear on the TV shows like that. So recently, I have learned that the Google search in January 2022 for the term mindfulness resulted in almost 3 billion hits. So it's amazing. So also people are saying that mindfulness is the powerful tools for cultivating a more peaceful life and physical and mental well-being. For example, the very famous association, American Psychological Association, they are mentioning about the benefits of mindfulness. They mention that it can the benefits of mindfulness for both clients and the psychologists. And also in UK, the Oxford University set up Oxford Mindfulness Center. So this center is also offering the courses, mindfulness courses, for students and for the parliament even. And so they are expressing that so mindfulness can give the benefit, and also we can find peace in our fantastic world. So this is the also mindfulness center. The mentioned that the benefits of mindfulness. So the reduce feelings of stress, anxiety, depression, improve ability to cope with pain and illness, less boring and obsessing over things, greater application of what is pleasant and enjoyable in life. So this is the benefits that mentioned by the Oxford Mindfulness Center. Also, the mindfulness is beneficial for the children, and it helps to improve their attention spans, and it helps to manage stress. So it helps to increase sense of well-being. It helps communication skills and stress reductions. So these are really things that's happening in the secular setting. So here I like to talk about my experience a little bit. According to my experience, I started my. Let me stop sharing screen. Yeah. According to my experience, I started my meditation practice and Satipatthana practice, of course, in 1989 in Mahasi Meditation Center when I was at 15. And by the time I had focused on sitting and walking meditation only, and I didn't know how to practice my mindfulness in daily life. And I don't know, I didn't know how to apply mindfulness in my activities in a day. So in 2010, I met with one forest monk, meditation master in forest meditation center. Then I started mindfulness practice in daily life by the times. And since then till now, about 12 to 13 years, I have been practicing mindful living in daily life. So I have noticed that I have gained significant benefits through mindful living in daily life. The more I aware of my activities that I'm doing, for example, while I'm talking, while I'm listening, eating or working, etc., I try to watch my mind and my action. And I try to be aware what is happening to my actions and my mind. So gradually, I have noticed that I have I have kind of less negative thoughts because of mindfulness, and my attitude towards the people around me or my life situation have changed. And before, my attitude, like maybe I look at the people with my temperament, like I have a kind of a pride in me. Then when I see a person, I try to compare, oh, who is this and who am I, like that. So then when I am mindful and I notice my mind and I notice my attitude, then is that necessary to compare all the time? And I am the different from the other, and each and every one has good and bad qualifications, and then how can we compare exactly like that? So because of my mindfulness, I can reflect myself, I can reflect my attitudes, whether it is right or wrong, it is necessary or not, like that. So then after changing my attitudes, my values on life, things change. Before, I valued on the status and the positions, and I expected to get the recognition from the people or appreciations from my teachers, from my parents, from my friends, like that. So when I am mindful, after practicing mindfulness in daily life, and I noticed that I had many expectations in my activities, daily activities, and I want to get the recognition, I want to get the appreciation by the people, like that. These all are beyond control, but I still expect to get those things from the other side, from the other people. Then when I am mindful, when I was mindful, then I notice, oh, these are not necessary, like that. So my values are changed, and I value the mindful living in daily life. In the beginning, of course, to practice mindfulness in daily life is not that easy because we are doing all the activities, um, you know, kind of without thinking too much. We just follow our emotions. We just do what we want, something like that. So in the beginnings, it's difficult, but gradually, after practicing day by day and months by months, then I'm used to live with mindfulness. Then by that time, the without living with mindfulness seems like the life is not meaningful. Without mindfulness, the life is not meaningful. That was the feeling that I got at that time. So I can honestly tell you that my life now and my life 13 years ago are very different in terms of goals, in terms of expectations, in terms of my attitude, values, and emotions, or, or the mental conditions, mental health, or anything. It really changed. So mindful living gives me to be grounded in the present moment, not in the past and not in the future, at this present moment. I can fully touch myself deeply throughout the day, and I feel more connected with my friends, my teachers, devotees, and people around me and things around me. And also, I start feeling grateful for my good health, or for the nice weather, for hearing the bird sound in the early morning when I get up, like that. So I like to encourage you all to practice mindfulness in daily life as much as you can, and start mindful living wherever you are right now. In the beginning, you may have some difficulties, but from time to time, I believe that you can do it and you can have happy and peaceful life. Yeah. So let me share the slides again. Okay, so this is my experience with mindful living. So I had changes in mood and I had changes in attitudes. Then I had changes in values and life. Finally, I had changes in my lifestyle. I became a nun because of mindful living. Okay, it's the third part right now. So, as I have mentioned, you have the ability to engage in mindful practice anytime, anywhere, in any posture. So, you can be aware from the moment that you wake up to the moment you fall asleep in every activity you engage in. So you can ask yourself very often, what am I knowing now? What am I knowing now? Like that. So, for example, when you wake up, so you can just ask, what am I knowing now? Please don't get up suddenly. When you wake up, when you wake up, just spend a few minutes, maybe like 5 minutes, and try to be mindful and don't get up straight away. So you may know that, oh, I feel sleepy, or I am lazy to get up, or maybe you may feel like feeling hot or feeling cold at body, or maybe you suddenly wake up because of the sound by your family member, for example, like that. Or you may wake up with worries. I have to do this, I have to do that. Oh, I am going to be late to work, something like that. So these are the things that you can know if you are mindful at your wake up time. And also, when you are brushing your teeth, you can also check, what am I knowing? What am I knowing? Like that. So when you are brushing, so you may notice that, am I brushing too hard? Or you may also notice that start brushing from your upper teeth or lower teeth, like that. Or maybe you can notice that, am I knowing very well that I am brushing my teeth, or am I thinking something else, like that? So when you are washing face is the same. So you may notice that, you may oh, I am overwashing, or I am over scrubbing, or the tight and the dry feeling after cleaning with the facial foam, something like that. And also maybe some of the Buddhist people, they share merits why they are washing face. For me, usually I share merits to all beings. May they be peaceful, may they be feeling cool like water, something like that. So you can notice what uh, all the activities while you are washing your face and brushing teeth, like that. And also, while you are practicing, while you are preparing for the breakfast, so you can also check what you are knowing. Maybe are you preparing the food? Are you chopping the veggies mindfully, or quickly, or slowly, like that? And when you are cooking, or you can check your attitudes and your volitions. Oh, am I cooking with compassion towards my family members, my father, my mother, like that, or my children? Or am I cooking with volition for their goodness? So may they be healthy with by eating this food or something like that. So you can check your attitudes there. So while you are having breakfast, you can see the colors. You may notice the colors, and you can know the taste, or you can know your feeling, like or dislike, like that. So when you are getting dressed, also the same. Sometimes we choose the clothes that we for the sake of impression, for the sake of impression, for the sake of recognition, like that. So but if you are mindful, you know, you choose this dress because this is the most suitable one for you for that day, like that. So similarly, you can be mindful while you are driving. Um, you can be mindful, or you're touching on the steering, you are looking at the front side, back side, or something like that. You can try to be mindful. And especially when using internet, we should be mindful more, because in these days most of the media, the news, and the information on the internet influencing the people a lot. Then when we see the good news, when we hear the good news, then our emotions come up, good emotions come arise. And sometimes when we listen to the bad news, then our negative emotions are coming up. So that while we are using internet, while we are using Facebook, YouTube, we should be mindful. We should be mindful. Also in or talking over the phone, also the same. So for me, what I usually do is, when I hear the telephone, the ringing bell, then I start sharing metta towards that person who is calling me. Or may that person be free from suffering. May that person be happy and peaceful, like that. Then I pick up the phone so that I can talk mindfully, but whoever calling me. So the art of mindful talking. So when you talk to somebody, so you can check your mind or the way you are talking. For example, you can check like, is my voice loud, or am I talking with compassion, or am I talking very fast, or am I speaking harshly, something like that. So the art of mindful listening. Similarly, you can check like, am I listening with judgments? Sometimes, most of the time, not sometimes, but most of the time, we are listening to the others with judgments. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is not fair. Oh, this is bad, something like that. And oh, he should say in this way, he shouldn't say in this way, something like. So we are listening with judgment most of the time. And you can check also, am I listening with compassion? Okay, if you know yourself, you are listening with compassion. You say, yes, I am listening with compassion. You just note that you have compassion. You just note that you have judgment. So you can check also, am I pretending to be listening? Sometimes we are full of pretending, even though we don't have interest, but we just pretend. Okay, yes, very good, like that. So, but in reality, we have no interest, and we don't want to listen, but we are pretending as if we are listening, like that. So if you notice that you are pretending, then you just try to be mindful, like, yes, I am pretending. You know yourself fully. Try to be aware of your pretending fully, like that. Then you can ask, like, am I listening or thinking? So sometimes we are not listening, we are thinking. The other side is talking to us, but we are thinking what we want to talk back. So it means that we are not fully listening. So by the time we should know that, okay, we are thinking something else. We are not listening. So this is the art of mindful living. So we can check mind and feeling as well. So we can check like, if our mind, maybe we can check like, am I having okay, I think my slides are not let me stop here for a while, and I change my slides. Okay. I think this is better. The fonts are a little bit, okay. Yeah, this is better. So we can check our mind and feelings. So am I having a greedy mind? Am I having a hatred mind? Or am I having a lazy mind? So if you know that you are having a greedy mind, you just say, okay, greedy mind, I'm having greedy mind. And if you have a hatred mind, or you have anger in your mind, then you just note that, okay, yes, I have a hatred mind, and I am angry right now, like that. So you can, once you know you are angry, once you are mindful, and note your anger, then the intensity of anger is going down, it's decreased. You can practice if you don't believe. I have a lot of experiences with anger and mindfulness, and it works a lot. And if we don't have mindfulness, we are fully absorbed in the object, so the kind of attached sometimes the beautiful object or ugly object. So we try to absorb the object, then we try to attach or grasp it, and then we have a greedy mind, or we have loba in mind, like that. So if the sati or if the mindfulness arise in mind, then that greedy mind is slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. Then the intensity of loba, intensity of dosa, intensity of moha is slowing down. So this is really helpful way of practice. And you can also check, am I having peace in mind, or is my mind hot right now, or am I happy right now, like that. Then also most of our mind is most of the time we are having a wandering mind. So sometimes we are thinking about the past, sometimes we are thinking about the future. So you can check, am I thinking about the past, am I thinking about the future, or is my mind at the present moment? So these are the tips that you can check your mind and feelings in day. So my message, the main message for today is, you can be mindful, or you can practice mindful living anytime, anywhere, or any posture you can practice. So let me end my Dhamma talk here, and I hope you get some tips from my talk to live mindfully in your daily life. And I have seen the mission of Dhamma USA on its website, that is practicing mindfulness and help the community. So this is very beautiful mission, and I do believe that Dhamma USA will be successful more and more in the Dhamma propagation with its co-spread. So I wish you all to be happy, healthy, and mindful in daily life. Sabbe tiyo vivajantu so koroko vinasatu ma te bhavantantaraya sukhi digayuko bhava abhivadana silesa nechamvo dabajayino chattaro dhamma vadantu ayuvano sukham balam. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you so very much, Venerable, for this profound speech on the art of mindful living. I'm sure all our Dhamma friends around the world have benefited today. We will take up your questions now, and we encourage you to post your questions in simple language through the Dhamma USA YouTube channel and Facebook pages. Venerable, there's one question which is, just a moment, it's displayed on the screen also. Is the Satipatthana a different kind of meditation than others? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Satipatthana is the Buddhist meditation, the Buddhist mindfulness meditation. If you talk about the secular mindfulness meditation, yes, it is different. It is different. We have Buddhist mindfulness meditation and secular mindfulness meditation. So there are differences. For example, the thing is the final goal. For Buddhist Satipatthana or Buddhist mindfulness meditation, the final goal is, as you all know, is the cessation of defilements or the attained of nibbana. This is the final goal. And we talk about samsara. So it's the rebirth and the endless rebirth. So why we practice Satipatthana, why we practice Buddhist meditation? Because we would like to end our suffering and our samsara, or to attain nibbana. This is the ultimate goal. But in terms of secular meditation, secular mindfulness meditation specifically, you may notice that the mindfulness is almost everywhere in a secular setting right now. So the goal is to release from the stress, or the stress reduction they use, or to release from the mental suffering or physical suffering in this very life. So in the secular setting, they don't talk about samsara, they don't talk about the liberation, they don't talk about the complete cessation of defilements. So if you like to prepare to compare the Satipatthana and the secular mindfulness meditation, yes, of course, it's different. I hope I'm answering your question.
Venerable, there's a question that I would like to put up again. Just a moment, there's another one. Is acquiring the jhanas required to developing samatha? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Yes, of course. We need to develop concentration first to acquire jhana, to attain jhana. So there are two types of meditation in Buddhism. One is samatha, tranquility meditation, and vipassana is insight meditation. So the two pathways that you can choose. So in samatha meditation, by practicing samatha meditation, tranquility meditation, we need to develop the concentration first. Upajjhara samadhi and appana samadhi. So upajjhara samadhi is concentration, and appana samadhi is absorption. So to attain jhana, we must have a very, very deep concentration. Then we can attain jhana, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana. Yes, of course, we need to develop concentration first, samadhi first, to attain jhana. Thank you for your question.
Venerable, there's a question that I would like to ask. Sometimes I do lying down meditation just before going to sleep. Is this also mindfulness? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
If you are trying to be mindful while you are lying down, yes, of course, you're practicing lying down meditation. We can practice while the mindfulness meditation while we are lying down. I'm used to practice too. When I get up, when I wake up in the early morning, also I practice. I try to be mindful for a few minutes. Then I get up, and before I sleep as well, I try to, while I'm lying down, and I know myself like, okay, what's happening to my body? Is there any tense in my body? Yes, of course. The whole day I have been walking, I have been running from here to there, and I have been working long hours or using computers or reading books or whatever. So I have feeling kind of the tense in my body. Okay, I try to be mindful. Yes, I feel tense like that. And sometimes the whole day we have been thinking too much. We have kind of having decision makings and meeting with many people like that. So we had continuous thoughts in mind. Then when you're lying down on bed, then you may notice your thoughts, like your thinking in the experiences that you had in your in afternoon or in the morning, or what the events are still in your mind. And sometimes you may notice the images in mind, or sometimes you may notice your inner dialogues, the inner talks, self talks, um, while you are lying down. So it is really interesting. So you have full private time at that moment while you are lying down in bed. So I think this is good practice. So I want to answer, is lying down meditation is, yes, of course, mindfulness meditation. Thank you.
Venerable, may I ask the next question? It's Buddy Man. The question is Mahasi style of meditation better for developing access concentration than watching the breath? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. Good question. Mahasi technique is not focusing on the watching the breath or noting the breath. In Mahasi technique, the yogis had to focus on the movement of abdomen, the falling and rising and falling of abdomen. And again, Mahasi technique is Vipassana direct method, Vipassana Yanika, so that they do not develop excess concentration first. They develop Kanika Samadhi, momentary concentration. So momentary concern, from moment to moment, you can be mindful, you can develop the concentration. So it's called Kanika Samadhi. That my answer is Mahasi technique or Mahasi style of meditation is to develop the momentary concentration, and also noting on the movement of the abdomen, rising and falling. Then from there, after practicing like 1 month or 2 months, you can get the excess concentration, because your concentration is developed, so that you can get the excess concentration after a few months as well. But in the beginning stage, they try to they guide to develop the momentary concentration. Thank you.
Venerable, the next question is, can we repeat something like a dharani for mindfulness? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Dharani, I'm sorry, I don't understand what is dharani.
For example, as we do in Tibetan Buddhism and Mahayana, for example, Om Mani Padme Hum, Namo Sakyamuni, Namo Samuni, would that also be considered mindfulness?
I cannot hear you very well too.
Can we repeat something like Namo Buddhai, Buddho, Namo Sakyamuni, Om
Ah,
Mani Padme Hum?
I see. Okay. It's kind of the mantra.
Yes, yes, Venerable.
Yeah, I see. Can we repeat something like, oh, okay. It's interesting question. Hmm. Okay. Oh, mindfulness meditation is different. Mindfulness meditation is different. Mindfulness meditation, we have to know what is happening in the present moment, either in your mind or in your body. So the reality we have to know. There's no creation. There's no creation, or there's no kind of chanting, or you're just doing buto buto like that. So these are in under the I think it is the samatha for to develop the concentration. It's a kind of samatha method, but in mindfulness we need to um, we need to focus. We need to practice to know what is happening at this present moment, or in your mind, or with kayanupasana, it's the observing your body, and vedananupasana, observing your feeling, chittanupasana, observing your mind, and dhammanupasana, observing the dhamma. So that the mindfulness practices, we need to know what is happening at this present moment in your mind, or in your body, or to observe your body, or what's happening to your feelings, what's happening to your mind, and what's happening to your kind of the mental qualities, like that. So I don't think it is the same. Thank you.
I don't see any more questions, Venerable. So, with that, we conclude today's Dhamma sharing. I look forward to meeting you with more insightful Dhamma sharings in the coming weeks. Let's keep our palms together, close to our hearts, and pay respect to Venerable Panyathiri with three sadhus. May you always be well, happy, and healthy, dear Venerable. Sabbityo vivatu, sabbarogo asattu, mati bhavat pantarayo, sukhi degayu bhava. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. See you
One, two,
again next week at the same
to
time.
start.
Good night and Teruvan Saranai.